Welcome to part 15 of the full no bullshit YouTube ads course, and this time we're talking about YouTube ads troubleshooting. You may encounter some problems with your YouTube ads campaign, and in this quick video I'll try to fix those problems as quickly and easily as possible. So my ads always get disapproved. If your ads are always getting disapproved, it's probably because you have too hard claims either in your ad copy or on your landing page. And yes, Google also reads out your landing page. So if your landing page has too hard claims in the ad copy, this may lead to ads getting disapproved. But YouTube in general has been getting way stricter with like disapproving ads. So read the Google policies. I will try to link them below in the video description. So read the Google policies and understand them. And the easiest way to always, or basically always, get your ads approved is use already proven YouTube ads from whiteads.com. Because if the ad already got approved for someone else, your new version of this ad will probably also get approved. So try the whiteads.com software out yourself, generate yourself in script, and then run it on YouTube. And if the person you got the script from didn't get disapproved, your ad will probably also not get disapproved. Here's a quick tutorial on how to do it. To get started, simply go to whiteads.com, click on try for free, and then you can sign up for a free trial, no credit card required. It takes literally 10 seconds. And once we're in the dashboard, we can search for a competitor, our niche or relevant keyword. In this case, I'm going to search for Alex Becker because he also has a software company. And in this example, I want to generate an ad for my software company as well. Then I'm going to filter for ad spend descending to see his most successful YouTube ad first. That's his highest converting YouTube ad. He has tested this ad with more than $90,000 of ad spend. So this ad is obviously working. If this ad wasn't working, he wouldn't have put so much money behind it. So let's click on it. Now we see all the details. We see his channel, the landing page URL he sent the traffic to, his video, his thumbnail URL. We see a word for word transcript. But the most important part is down here, generate own script. We'll click on it, enter our own landing page URL we want to send our traffic to. Then we pick the language English and then generate our own proven YouTube ad script. And it's as easy as that. Now we have our own winning YouTube ad script based on the proven framework from the Alex Becker ad that was tested with more than $90,000 of YouTube ad spend. So we can be pretty sure that our ad is going to work as well because it's based on his proven framework and it's perfectly matching with our landing page's content. And now we can edit it a little bit. Let's say we don't want 20%. Let's put it like 40%. And then we can save it, we can copy it, send it to a promotional team, let somebody record it, and then we can test and run these ads in no time. This took us literally like 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes max. This is the easiest way ever to get highly profitable YouTube ads. And if you're running YouTube ads and haven't tried whiteads.com already, you're honestly missing out. And if all of these tips didn't work, you can also try putting a small disclaimer in your ad and at the bottom of the landing page. Just a small disclaimer that you can't promise results and so on. And then put it at the bottom of your video, just as a text at the bottom of your video and at the bottom of your landing page. And this might help. My ads are not spending the budget. Make sure you're waited for at least 48 hours. So wait 48 hours, and then if the problem is still there, make sure you're using the bidding type maximize conversion in your campaign, and also make sure that your ad even got approved. If it got disapproved, of course, it's not spending the budget. And make sure the audience is big enough. If your audience is super small, Google can't possibly spend your budget. And also make sure your budget is high enough. If you have a huge audience, but like a really tiny budget, like Google will just not even try because it doesn't make sense, like using this tiny budget on this huge audience. So if you have a huge audience, also try increasing the budget and then the ads might start spending again. And if all of these tips didn't help, then try set up the campaign again with slight changes in targeting. So if everything didn't help, try to set up a new campaign and change the targeting a little bit. My ads aren't getting any clicks. Are the ads getting impressions? If not, if the ads aren't getting impressions, your ad might not even be actively running. So have a look if it even got approved. And if it is getting impressions but no clicks, then your ad is the problem. So if you're getting impressions but no clicks, your ad is the problem. The message of your ad is probably not good enough to make people click. And the solution is just to study great ads from whiteads.com, look at how other successful advertisers are just scripting their ads and like take inspiration from them. Or you can also let whiteads.com write some entire ad scripts for you that are basically already proven to work. So sign up for whiteads.com free trial. This should solve this problem. My cost per click is too high. Same here. Your ad is probably not good enough. Study great ads from whiteads.com and let whiteads.com write some new ads for you that are just simply better. My click-through rate is too low. Same here again. Your ad is probably not good enough if your click-through rate is way too low. Study great ads from whiteads.com, that's the simple solution, and let whiteads.com write some proven YouTube ad scripts for you. My budget is not being spent fully. If your budget is not being spent fully, your audience might be too small. If you have a huge budget and a small audience, maybe that budget is just too big, like the audience is already served with your ads and there's just still budget left. So either use a more broad audience that's simply bigger, or split that budget over multiple small ones. So don't take a huge budget to one small audience. You could take this huge budget and split it over multiple small audiences, or just take one broader audience. It's just a little bit bigger. My CPM is too high. CPM stands for cost per mille, like the cost per 1,000 impressions. And if your CPM is too high, look at your CTR. Is your CTR, your click-through rate, and your cost per click okay? If it is okay, then the high CPM is no problem, because the cost per click is more important than the high CPM. So if the cost per click is okay, then we don't even care about the CPM. We only care about the CPM if the cost per click isn't okay. But if both the CTR, the click-through rate, and the cost per click and your CPM is too high, then the ad is basically not relevant enough. Your ad is most likely not speaking to that audience you are targeting. Try new ad audience combinations to find better matches. So simply script new ads and then run these new ads to new audiences and see if there are any matches. And you can also, again, use whiteads.com to get proven ad scripts in a few seconds. And my cost per lead is way too high. Then look at your CTR and your cost per click. Is your CTR and your cost per click okay? If yes, then the problem is the opt-in page. They are interested in the ad message, but not in the opt-in message. Make sure you have a straight line in the message all the way through the funnel. Like the message of your ad and the message of your opt-in page have to be congruent. They have to match up. And the promise of your opt-in page has to align with the promise of the ad. But if the CTR, the click-through rate, and the cost per click is bad, the high cost per lead is just a consequence of that. So you will have to test new ads and new ad audience combinations. And again, if you want to test new ads really fast, just use already proven ad scripts from whiteads.com. My cost per call is way too high. Then let's look at your cost per lead. Is your cost per lead okay? If yes, then the problem is the VSL. Try looking at the watch time for bigger drop-offs. So the problem is your VSL isn't converting good enough to give you a good cost per call. And then let's look at the VSL. Why isn't it converting good enough? Let's look at the watch time analytics and see where most people drop off. Like, what is the minute mark where the people drop off and go away? And then try to identify what of your words could have caused them to leave. Like, you have said something and a lot of people, a lot of viewers instantly left. Why? Try to identify that, and also make sure your VSL is in a straight line and doesn't go off the main promise. So ensure the straight line goes through the ad, the opt-in, and also through the VSL. Like, you have to keep the same main promise they are interested in. And most time, the problem why people drop off your VSL is because you said too complicated stuff too early. And try, instead of telling them the complicated stuff, only describing it. Let's say you're selling e-commerce coaching. You're selling a coaching program where we wanted people to get profitable e-commerce stores. And the way we get them customers is by running Instagram ads. Let's say that's the way we get them customers. And we, of course, have to talk in the VSL about how they will be getting customers. But if you would be telling them we will be running Instagram ads, they will instantly be repulsed. They will think, Instagram ads? Whoa, that's so expensive. I have no idea how this works. This seems super complicated. That's only for the big advertisers. That's only for the big companies. No, I'm not one of them. I don't want to do it. And they will drop off. Because Instagram ads seems way too complicated for them at this moment, at this time. So instead of telling them the complicated stuff, instead of telling them, hey, we will be getting customers for your online shop via Instagram ads, try only describing it. So instead, say we have a secret marketing strategy where you have to push a button and automatically highly targeted and highly interested people land on your online store with the intention to purchase your stuff. So instead of telling them we will be getting customers via Instagram ads, we described Instagram ads. It's a new, or it's like a secret marketing technique. With the push of a button, you start the ads, it automatically gets highly targeted people inside your online store, like the traffic. So instead of telling them the super complicated Instagram ads that would make them scare away, we are only describing it in a very interesting and intriguing way. So we are basically hooking them by only describing it, but not revealing it fully. But if your cost per lead is not okay, then the high cost per call is just a result of that. So if you have a high cost per call and also a high CPL, the high cost per call is just a result of the high CPL. So fix the high cost per lead first. And then the high cost per call will probably also be fixed automatically as well. My ads performance is decreasing. This might be ad fatigue, but it also might not be. And ad fatigue is if your audience or if the people you are targeting have seen your ad way too much and they just ignore it. They just get bored by your ad because they've seen it 1,000 times and they're not going to respond to it anymore. This is called ad fatigue. And it might be ad fatigue, but it also might not. Simply let it run for a few more days and see if it goes back on track. It happens way too often to me. I see an ad that is decreasing in performance. I think it's ad fatigue, and normally I would instantly turn it off, but then I decide to let it run a few more days and then it just gets back on track and starts performing again. So don't act too soon and just don't prematurely turn these off. Give them a chance to stabilize themselves again. And if after a few days the performance still keeps decreasing, then the ad might actually be burned out. Ad fatigue might actually be there. And then you can simply just pause this ad and create new ads. Then test 4 to 5 new ads to see if you find any winners to replace this ad that you just paused. And in general, it's super helpful to always have 4 to 5 new ads pre-produced and ready to go. So to have like a pipeline of 4 to 5 ads that are just ready to go, they have been recorded, they have been scripted, they have been edited, and you can instantly publish them and test them if you need new ads. That's super helpful because imagine all of your best ads just simply stopped performing, and then you would have to test new ads to see if you find any new winners. But if you haven't gotten any ads pre-produced, you would have to take like 1 to 2 days to produce them, and then you have like this down period. So always have ads pre-produced so we can instantly test new ones. And you can use ytads.com to create great ads, to always have some pre-produced ads in the pipeline. Simply sign up for the free trial on ytads.com and then pick a few great ads to get inspiration from, or let our AI write you some entire already proven YouTube ad scripts. I hope these tips helped you with your YouTube ads issues.